about time, talent, and treasures, we also talk about different connections. And I know you can't really see me, but I showed earlier, but look, my husband gave me this amazing sparkly unicorn. You can't really see it. Oh, look, you have done it. Look, can you see it? This amazing sparkly unicorn to wish me luck for today. And so, and the reason I'm sharing that before we go on to the next speaker is because for me, Dr. Amita Chopra is a sparkling unicorn because she sparkles from the inside. She sparkles from the inside with love, and she is just there to help, again, others all over the world to find their inner peace, to find their inner selves. And she does that through wisdom. She does that through guidance. And I think she does it with unicorn magic as well. So thank you again, Amita, for being part of HIT Talks and being back with us with this live stream. And I now give you your 8 minutes, my love.
Thank you, Vikki. And hello to everyone who is listening today. And following the law of yes and following the law of courage, I'm actually going to talk about the law of transformation. Now, there is a all-pervading background field of the field of consciousness that we know exists everywhere and is the ultimate nature of reality that the scientists are looking for, that sages and seers are looking for. And it's not any different from the field of the unified field or the field of quantum mechanics, which is the home of all the forces of nature. So we're talking about quantum, we're talking about gravity and electromagnetism and the weak interactions and the strong interactions, and all of those things are contained within this field. But this particular field has everything in it. It has infinite energy, it has infinite information. And this is all that the cosmos needs to hold itself together. And we find in the same field all the power, all the possibilities, all of the creativity and all of the knowledge that is available to us in all time and space. Now, so this field is really quite eternal. It's not something, it was never born, it's never going to die, it's eternal. It is unbounded, has no boundaries at all. And this field is absolutely the ultimate unchangeable absolute. That's what this field is. Now, thousands of years ago, there were these sages and seers who recognized within themselves, they cognized through going into themselves, this field of consciousness. And they told us that this field of consciousness is what we are made of, that we are just little packages of energy of this field. And so this is our source. And because we are not separate from it, and because we come from it, we should be able to easily cognize it spontaneously and without any effort. And so we have now the technique of meditation where we can go into this field and harness whatever it is that we need. So how does this work into transformation? So it's like this, we are, as human beings, our nature is always to want more and more and more. Nothing is ever going to be enough. We want infinity, we want everything. What do we want more of? We want love, appreciation, we want acceptance, we want personal power, we want achievement, we want success, creativity, we want dynamism. And ultimately, the goal of all human beings is to have to realize ourselves, to be actualized, self-actualization, and also enlightenment. That is the ultimate goal. Now, if we go to an ocean with a little tiny cup, we're only going to come back with a little cup full of water. But if we want more, then what we need to do is we need to take a bigger container. We need to increase our capacity. And we do this by connecting to our source, because that expands our consciousness. It breaks down all the boundaries. And now we have access to all of these, the power and the creativity of nature, everything that we want. So when we come back, we can bring back with us whatever it is that we need to actually manifest whatever it is that we want, that we choose to manifest. Now, now what happens here is we want to know, if we have increased our capacity, how do we do this? How does this actually happen? We have to do two things. We have to first discard our limiting beliefs. That's number one. Second, we have to expand our own consciousness by going into ourselves through meditation and exploring our inner worlds. And when we do this, a few things happen. We go to a place where intuition is born. And through this intuition, our very finest feelings turn into a knowing. And this knowing, this certainty, is what causes us to actually be inspired. And the inspiration then transforms us to have intentions. And the intentions then transform us into dynamic activity. And it is this dynamic activity which eventually transforms us into our biggest and best selves. And this field is already within us. It's nothing outside of us, it's already there. And now we know that we have access to it through going in, looking in. And so this is how we become architects of our own futures. This is how we become co-creators of the universe. This is how we become authors of time and space. Now, the transformation is already occurring. It's all around us. We can see it everywhere. We know that we are in the midst of a revolution in evolution. We are all evolving. We can see it in our nation very happily. We can see that we are now embarking on a journey of healing, the healing of our nation, the healing of ourselves, and the healing of the pandemic that we are all in, and all this anxiety and depression that we are all in. We are in the midst of a unification process. We are now in the midst of dissolving all our differences. We are in the midst of shattering all of our bounds, breaking all our boundaries. And so this is how we transform our beautiful planet Earth. We are in the midst of that transformation. And all we have to do really is to simply go in and meditate. We need to meditate at least once a day. And if we don't have the time to do that, then we need to meditate twice a day. So I want to wish you all a happy transformation. Have a wonderful day, and a namaste.
Thank you. Namaste to you too. And yes, if you can't meditate once, definitely meditate twice. And transformation. Meditation has actually transformed my life. It's transformed my thoughts, my feelings, my beliefs, my messages. Just being in that space. And even before everything like this, just before the team were getting onto calls and Zooms and everything else, and I was just like, I'm going to go and meditate. I need the time. I want the time. It is my time. And it just kind of settles you. And I'd never, if I had this gift of many, many years ago, I know that my life would be on a different path. But anyway, why do I say that? Because your life is on the path it's meant to be. It's just